Have you ever wondered how ice melts into water or how water turns into steam?
Hello there, junior scientists, and welcome to our science lab. Get ready, because today we're going on a really exciting adventure to explore the amazing world of matter and, you guessed it, how it changes. Okay, so let's just dive right in with a huge question. I want you to look around you, right now. Think about the chair you're sitting on, maybe the water you drink, or even the air you're breathing. Have you ever wondered what all that stuff is made of?
Well, the answer is matter. It's a super important science word for basically stuff. If you can weigh something and it takes up room, space, then it's matter. So your body, a big tall tree, a fast car, yep, it's all matter.
Now here's where it gets interesting. Matter doesn't just come in one flavor. Nope, it has three main forms or states that we see every single day. So let's get to know them. First up on our tour, solids. A solid is something that, and this is key, keeps its own shape. If we could zoom in with a super-duper powerful microscope, we'd see all its tiny little particles are packed together, like really tight. They don't have much room to move, so they kind of just wiggle and vibrate right where they are. A perfect example of this is an ice cube. Think about it. You can put it in a round bowl or a square box. But does the ice cube change? No, it stays cube-shaped. It keeps its own shape no matter what. Okay, let's test this out. How about a book? Does it keep its shape when you move it from your desk to your backpack? Yeah, it does. So a book is definitely a solid. See, you got this.
All right, next up, liquids. Now, unlike solids, liquids absolutely love to flow. They don't have their own shape at all. Their tiny particles have a little more room and way more energy, so they can just slide and glide right past each other.
You know, this is my favorite way to think about it. If you pour juice into a short, wide cup, the juice becomes short and wide. But if you pour that exact same juice into a tall, skinny vase, well, the juice becomes tall and skinny. It just takes the shape of whatever is holding it. Pretty cool, right? And that brings us to our third main state, gas. Oh man, gases are the ultimate escape artists. They totally don't have their own shape. Their particles have tons of energy and are super far apart from each other, just zipping and zooming all over the place. The gas we know best is the air all around us. We can't see it, but it's totally there. When you blow up a balloon, you're actually trapping that gas inside. And what does it do? It spreads out to fill the entire balloon, no matter what shape it is. So, let's do a quick review. A solid keeps its own shape. A liquid takes the shape of its container. And a gas? It just spreads out to fill all the space it can possibly find. It really is all about how much energy and freedom those tiny particles have to move around. Okay, so we've got the three states of matter down, but what's really cool is that matter can actually change from one state to another. Let's see how that works. Let's go back to our solid ice cube again. Now I want you to make a prediction. That's a scientific guess, sometimes called a hypothesis. What do you think is going to happen if we add some heat to it? If you guessed it would melt, you are absolutely right. So, we start with our solid ice. As we add heat, those little particles get more and more energy and they start to slide around. And boom! The ice melts into liquid water. But what if we keep adding heat? Well, the particles get even more energy and they start flying apart, turning into a gas we call steam. And the most amazing thing is, it's still water, just in a different state. And of course, scientists have some special words for these changes. When a solid turns into a liquid, like our ice cube becoming water, we call that melting. And when a liquid turns into a gas, like that water turning into steam, that's called evaporation. Okay, team, we've mastered solids, liquids, and gases. But what if I told you there was a secret, supercharged fourth state of matter? One that actually powers the entire universe? I mean, think about it for a second. We've covered pretty much everything here on Earth, right? But what about the sun and all the other stars twinkling in the sky? Could there be something else out there? There is. Everybody, meet plasma. It's the fourth state of matter, and trust me, it is electric. So, plasma is what happens when you give a gas a huge jolt of energy. I mean, so much energy that its tiny particles start to break apart and actually glow. And you can find it in some incredible places. The sun and all the stars, they're just giant balls of hot plasma. That bolt of lightning during a storm, a super fast streak of plasma. Even those bright, colorful neon signs are filled with glowing plasma. And get this. Plasma is actually the most common state of matter in the entire universe. More than 99% of all the stuff we can see out in space is plasma. I mean, how amazing is that?
Wow, what a journey! We've covered solids, liquids, gases, and even plasma. I think you're all expert scientists now. So, you ready for a final challenge? Let's do a quick quiz just to see what you remember.
Okay, first question. What about something kind of tricky, like slime? I mean, you can pick it up, but it also drips and oozes everywhere. So is it a solid or a liquid? Well, since slime doesn't keep its own shape and it flows to fit its container, it's actually a liquid. A very, very fun and gooey one.
Okay, last challenge. Can you match the state of matter to what it does? I'll give you a second. Ready? Let's check. A solid keeps its own shape, so that's 1 matches with C. A liquid takes the shape of its container, so 2 matches with A. And that means a gas fills the entire room, so 3 matches with B. Great job!
You all did an absolutely incredible job today exploring the states of matter, but I want to leave you with one final thought, just to keep those amazing scientist brains of yours working. We learned that matter is anything that has weight and takes up space. So, if cars and trees and even air are all matter, what are things like songs and dreams made of? Keep questioning and keep exploring.